the visiting Rochester Knighthawks, scratch number 10, Joel McCready. Number 23, Corey Vitarelli. And number 44, Mike Kersey. For your wings, scratch number 11, Joe White, along with number 29, Mike Poppleton. Now for today's starting lineups. First for the visiting Rochester Knighthawks, getting the start in goal, number 48, Matt Vince. In front of him today will be number 75, Mac Allen. Number 29, Ian Lord. Number 26, Mike Kirk. Number 25, Brad Self. And number 16, Dylan Evans. Starting lineup for your wings today, starting in goal, number 51, Evan Kirk. In front of Evan today will be number 31, John Rannigan. Number 21, Kevin Crowley. Number 17, the captain, Brody Merrill. Number 16, Stephen Hoare. And number 7, Kyle Sweeney. Those are today's starters and scratches. To the visiting Rochester Knighthawks. Number 1, Joe Walters. Number 2, Paul Dawson. Number 5, Scott Self.
Sucks.
Number 6, Dan Dawson.
Sucks.
Number 9, Craig Point.
Sucks.
Number 16, Dylan Evans.
Sucks.
Number 25, Brad Self.
Sucks.
Number 26, Mike Kirk.
Sucks.
Number 28, Stephen Keogh.
Sucks.
Number 29, Ian Lord.
Sucks.
Number 32, John Sullivan.
Sucks.
Number 37, Scott Campbell.
Sucks.
Number 48, Matt Vince.
Sucks.
Number 55, Angus Goodleaf.
Sucks.
Number 75, Mac Allen.
Sucks.
Number 79, Sid Smith.
Sucks.
Number 88, Cody Jameson.
Sucks.
And number 93, Johnny Paulus.
Sucks. That's my sucks choir.
some noise. It's time to welcome your Philadelphia Wings. A defender number 31, John Radigan. A defender from Duke University, number 5, Michael Manley. A forward, number 91, Kyle Buchanan. At transition, number 7, Kyle Sweeney. Number 9, CJ Costable. A forward, number 14, Pat Saunders. A defender from Princeton University, number 55, Chad Wiedemeyer. Number 71, Kevin Ross. A forward, number 63, Tracy Koloski. A defender, number 16, Stephen Hoare. A forward, number 4, Ryan Ward. Goalie, number 36, Brandon Miller. Number 6, Michael Deal. A defender from the University of Delaware, number 13, Brett Manning. A forward from Stony Brook University, number 21, Kevin Crowley. A forward from the University of Delaware, number 44, Jordan Hall. Today's starting goalie, number 51, Evan Kirk. And your captain, number 17, Brody Merrill. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your Philadelphia Wings. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are today's game officials. The crew chief this afternoon, Mr. Chris Williams. The assistant referee, Mr. Steve Adamick. Shot clock operator, Dave Seidman. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would ask that you would all please remain standing. Remove your hats as we honor America. First with the singing of God Bless America, and followed by the Star-Spangled Banner. Ladies and gentlemen, here to perform God Bless America, we welcome the Boys Latin School. Following them, Raymond Foose with the Star-Spangled Banner.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountain to the prairie, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Boys Latin School. Beautiful job with God Bless America. Here now to present our national anthem, we welcome Raymond Foose.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have another.
Hi there, welcome to the Wells Fargo Center for exciting NLL action here on the Lacrosse Network. Hi everybody, I'm Dave Walls, bringing you the play-by-play of this Eastern Division battle between the Rochester Knighthawks and the Philadelphia Wings. Certainly has been an interesting trip for both of these teams this season. Rochester is currently sitting in second place, having won last night's game, a hard-fought battle up at Toronto, a game where Matt Vince was pulled, did not make it out of the second quarter in that game, only coming up with 6 saves, but Angus Goodleaf comes off the bench, and Cody Jamieson has 11 points, 4 goals, and 7 assists as Rochester wins that one by a final score of 17-12. Jamieson currently the leading scorer on Rochester, as well as been doing it all on the offensive front for the K-Hawks. For the Wings, bit of a different story in the middle of a 5-game losing streak right now, and currently already losing both of these games to the Rochester Knighthawks this season, sitting at 3-8, but with Toronto slipping right now. It's a must-win situation for Philadelphia, where arguably they still have a shot at getting that number 3 slot into the playoffs, with Kyle Buchanan leading the team with 46 points and Jordan Hall's 22 goals. The team will be requiring much more of an offensive spark, and it'll be interesting to see how Evan Kirk, today's starting goaltender, comes out in today's game as well. Had a pretty solid effort for most of the last game against Rochester up at their barn by a final score of 13-8. That was a loss for the Wings, but certainly it just remains to see what this Philadelphia Wings has. If they can string together 60 full minutes, that's what we need to see. We are ready to go. Thanks so much for being with us here on the Lacrosse Network. Wings wearing their home white, black, and red uniforms. Rochester wearing the away jerseys with the turquoise, white, and purple trim. Wings win off an opening face-off violation by the Knighthawks, and here we go. Starting out there for Philadelphia today, John Radigan, Kevin Crowley, Stephen Howard coming over from Toronto, Brody Merrill, and Kyle Sweeney. Apologize for the lack of a clock, everybody. We promise you we are working on it. We'll give you time checks throughout the night as much as we can. Kevin Crowley near side with 13 on the shot clock. Rolls, tries a face dodge, goes into the slot. Now he shoots. Bounce shot, long distance save made by Kirk. Loose rebound off for now stick checked away into the near side corner. Picked up, though, by Kyle Buchanan. Nice job. Fresh 30 for Philadelphia. Jordan Hall kicks it over to Brody Merrill, so early second chance opportunity as Ross has it. Kevin Ross coming back from injury. He was out for a few weeks in February. Over to Buchanan, still 17 on the clock. He shoots from outside. Easy save for Matt Vince. And so 2 quick opportunities for Philadelphia. Easy outside shots. That's the shot the Knighthawks want every time from the outside, and they're unable to do it. Rochester just gets the ball across the timeline. 8 seconds to do so here in the NLL, and they'll come out for their first offensive set. Starting today, Dylan Evans, Brad Self, Mike Kirk, Ian Lord, Mac Allen, and in net for the K-Hawks, Matt Vince. Should be noted that both Corey Vitarelli and Joel McCready have been scratched from today's game, as well as Micah Kersey, as it's just the grind of playing back-to-back weekends in the NLL for Philadelphia. Joel White and Mike Pompleton both get the scratch for today's game. Turnover by the Knighthawks. Philadelphia comes out, minute and a half in, and no score. 2-0 shots on goal favoring the Wings. Ryan Ward, I should say, here's the shot. It's deflected away. It'll go up into the net. Still remains Philadelphia ball. Fresh 30-second shot clock. Ryan Ward missing the last game, breaking an 80-game consecutive playing streak for Philadelphia as Koleski goes high off the boards and now picked up by Rochester. They've got numbers the other way. Now Philadelphia is able to quickly regroup onto defense. Glad you're watching from wherever you are around the country, whether you're up in Rochester watching your K-Hawks, try to go for the weekend sweep, or if you're just local here to Philadelphia, or wherever you are. Appreciate you taking part of your Sunday afternoon. Send me a tweet at Dave Walls. I'll be happy to answer your questions and give you your shout-outs as much as I can during today's game. Long shot, got an over and back violation as nobody touched that one. So 2 minutes in, Rochester has really been unable to gather any sort of good scoring offense here. And now Philadelphia will bring the ball across. Stephen Hoare, acquired as a free agent from the Toronto Rock, has come in and done a pretty nice job so far. And this is in his second game. Crowley does a nice face dodge on Brad Self. Gets a stick knocked down, and now another player for Rochester loses his stick as Buchanan's out there mixing it up, but it is going to be a turnover for the Wings. Now we'll go back the other way. Kirk hustling, 7-8. Boy, just gets across the timeline. Back official says he's okay. Chris Williams, crew chief Steve Adabick is your assistant referee today. Player knocked down for Rochester. Over to Jameson. He shoots. That one's partially deflected by Michael Manley. Still 10 seconds on the clock as Rochester will pick it up in Kehoe. Kehoe has it near the bench now with 7-6. Running in. Now finds a double team. Here's a shot and a score. Brad Self found himself on the doorstep, was able to beat the defender cleanly, and at the 12:27 left to go here in the first, the Knighthawks strike first, 1-0. First official shot on goal for the K-Hawks as well. As you take a look at the replay right now, Kehoe had it on the far side, and there's Self. He was just able to get behind Manley and tiptoed the crease line as we take another look here on the far side.
Scored by number 25, Brad Self. The assist, number 28, Stephen Kehoe. Along with number 88, Cody Jameson. Time of the goal, 2 minutes, 33 seconds.
So at 2:33, it's the Knighthawks striking first 1-0. They win the faceoff. Campbell has it down the far corner. He's looking for some help as he wants to come off. Now it looks like he'll stay out here for the set, Campbell. Fighting self-pressure now, 15 on the clock to get it over to Jameson. Jameson thinks about an outside shot. That's deflected away. He's able to get his own rebound. Here's a bounce shot in and scores. 2 shots, 2 goals. The Knighthawks shooting at 100% as now they are up 2-0. Craig Point recently activated onto the roster today. He hasn't played since January, and he finds himself open on the far side. Gets a nifty bouncer right around the defender, Stephen Hoare.
Rochester goal scored by number 9, Craig Point. The assist, number 88, Cody Jameson. Time of that goal, 3 minutes, 2 seconds.
So the Wings all of a sudden caught back on their heels, giving up 2 quick goals. Good fight by Costubile as he wins that faceoff. His faceoff percentage has been much better here in his second year in the NLL. Crowley has the ball near side, waiting for some help, and now he gets it off the bench. Buchanan finds some lane to run. He shoots, caught in the knee pads. Easy save for Vince, however. Tell you what, Matt Vince is good at making hard shots look very easy. He did that right there as Buchanan basically walked onto the doorstep. And Vince corralled that with it as nothing. And Rochester fans after last night's game have to be breathing a sigh of relief as Vince certainly had a poor effort yesterday, but coming out strong so far against Philadelphia already with 4 saves. Ball loose in front of the crease. It was intended to go to Jameson, but it instead goes off the back of a player and right into the stick of Evan Kirk. Kirk will pass 900 career saves. He only needed 11 as he comes into today's game. So Evan Kirk passing a good career milestone here in his 3rd year in the NLL. Sweeney has the ball as he's out on offense. 10:53 left to go, first quarter, no score. 13 on the shot clock. Jordan Hall has it far side, working one-on-one with Jameson. However, an intended pass for Ryan Ward. He's unable to control it, and it's another turnover for Philadelphia. Dangerous Dan Dawson out there, number 6 for the Knighthawks, former Wing player, former Arizona Sting as well, former Scomolis Land Shark, if you remember that. And here's a shot and a score. Oh, that was very close. I'll be very surprised if they don't get the challenge flag out here, as I believe Dawson had taken a step into the crease. Let's take a look here at the replay if we can. Coaches have 20 seconds of challenge. As you'll see the replay, Kehoe gets it, and boy, you know what? On replay, it's a lot closer, and I actually think it's a good goal. And right away, we've got a goaltender change. Kirk is going to get the
goal
pull.
Scored by number 6, Dan Dawson. The assist, number 28, Stephen Kehoe. Time of that goal, 4 minutes, 34 seconds.
And now coming in to goal for Philadelphia, as you see on your screen, it's Brandon Miller, number 36, the former starter for the Wings. As Kirk so far in the first 4.5 minutes unable to make a save, and it's a quick 3-0 start for Rochester. Certainly not the start that Philadelphia wants and needs in this game. They win the faceoff. Joe Walters has it near side. So Rochester with the quick start, they fire the pass long off the board. They're able to control again. Back over to Walters, near side, finds one-on-one, looking for the give and go to Powless, can't connect, and Philadelphia will take the ball upfield. Media timeout coming at the next dead ball. as here comes Rannigan running. Rannigan fired too hard for Manley. Manley got caught out in offense. That's an area he's not used to as well. So now another turnover, and already those are starting to pile up for Philadelphia. Under 9:48 left to go here in the first quarter. 3-0 Rochester if you're just tuning in. Rochester scoring on their only 3 shots on goal. Give and go attempt. Here's a shot. Goes wide, however, and it's going to be a crease violation on Rochester. And for the Wings, mercifully, immediate timeout. 4-3 shots on goals, but it's all Knighthawks in the first 5 minutes. 9:39 to go in the first. 3-0 Knighthawks. This is the NLL of the Lacrosse Network. .39 left to go here in the first. It's Knighthawks 3 and the Wings 1. Dave Walls here from the Wells Fargo Center. Fans, this game is a copyright broadcast of the National Lacrosse League Incorporated. It may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the National Lacrosse League. Hope you're enjoying this one, as there's the hot dog battle. Oh, I'd love to get it. I tell you what, I think I could take them today. I think I could take both the guys in the hot dog battle. I'm a little bit on the hungry side. Well, the Wings looking for a spark as Buchanan gets a shot, save made, but the rebound picked right back up. Ward has it. Does a nice face dodge and get around here. Now there's another shot blocked away nicely by the defense, but Buchanan picks it back up again. Third chance opportunity for Philadelphia. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 9:18 left to go here in the first. Far side is Ross. Finds himself in one-on-one. Ward can't control the pass. Now picked up by Ian Lord. So another turnover for Philadelphia. Stick control has been the name of the game so far for Philadelphia. They've just been unable to do so. We'll take a look here at some of the stats here. So far we've already had, it says unofficially 1 on the sheet. I know that's going to get updated here probably at the intermission, but certainly Philadelphia's had their fair share of turnovers already. A lot of bumping and grinding out there. Here's a shot, long distance, and scores. And already 4 shots for the Knighthawks and 4 goals. Rochester can't be stopped early with 8:49 left to go in the first. It's 4-0. Take a look at this one as here comes the long shot from outside. Right from the point, we'll have to get a number on that one.
Rochester goal scored by number 9, Craig Point. The assist, number 6, Dan Dawson. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 11 seconds.
So Point gets activated to the roster, and just like that, he's got 2 goals for Rochester, and the Knighthawks are flying high right now. Face-off violation goes for the Wings, I believe. Yes, it's a face-off violation against Rochester, so the Wings need to stop the bleeding here in a hurry. Already halfway through the first, 8.5 to go, and it's already 4-0 Rochester. Crowley through traffic, does a nice swim move, gets himself cut, loosens the ball. Ball loose on the turf, picks it up, however. 15 on the shot clock. Now Ross has it, caught on the opposite side, though, so he's got to fire it up top to Saunders. Saunders to Hall. Hall tries to go inside, gets the helmet knocked off, however. He tries to come off, tried to hit a one-timer for Crowley. 5-4, shot clock winding down. Ross will have to shoot. He gets a piece of Vince and makes the save, so Buchanan picks up, and luckily a fresh 30 for Philadelphia. Hall's helmet knocked off. He has to go to the bench and get that replaced, so they'll bring Saunders back on here for Philadelphia. Saunders dishes it over back to Ross. Ross with some room to move inside, flips back to Saunders. He shoots long distance outside. Can't pick it up, but goes back over to Ward. Now Ward can't control it. Ward has been unable to control the ball here in the first half. That's an easy one that a veteran like him should have, and it's a turnover from Philadelphia. Slow roller of the ball that I know Ryan Ward is going to want back, and it's a turnover Philadelphia. 6-4 shots on goal. Problem is the shooting percentages. Philadelphia's at 0 and Rochester's at 100%. Craig Point already with 2 goals now. Tries to hit Walters. He's unable to control. Ball still loose on the turf. Good stick check away by, I believe, Brody Merrill. He does. And now Manny's able to get over there and pick it up. So now Philadelphia is able to force a turnover as well. Manley caught out on offense along with Merrill. So they'll hold and get some offense on the field. Saunders and Hall. Hall has his helmet fixed. He's back out there. Rolling, trying to get himself free. Flips it back up top to Buchanan. 14 on the shot clock. Approaching 7 minutes to go here in the first. Koleski has it. Finds himself inside as he's knocked down. Flips it back up top to Saunders. 6-5. Here's a shot that never gets through. It's a good block by Ian Lord. And again, Rochester's defense comes out strong. Campbell thought he had a run at it, but actually loses control of the ball. And now here's 2-on-1 from Philadelphia other way. Costabile. Oh, a beautiful stick check from behind by Jamison. Jamison got caught out there, and we're going to get an illegal push, so Philadelphia will get the ball. Jamison got caught out on defense and was able to just knock the ball out of the stick of C.J. Constable before Constable hits the 2-on-1 breakaway. So Philadelphia catches the ball back, but Rochester's able to stand tall on the breakaway. Crowley unable to control the pass. 15 on the shot clock. Ball still loose on the turf. Now Crowley still can't pick it up, and it falls into the stick of Brad Self. So Philadelphia has just been unable to get any momentum here as a pass goes awry and falls harmlessly into the stick of Brandon Miller. Long outlet pass ahead for Sweeney. Sweeney will take it himself. He shoots, and the ball was still loose. It got in back of Matt Vince, but thankfully Paul Dawson back there to scoop it up, and it's a breakaway that is unable to be converted by Philadelphia. Philadelphia has had a few opportunities in this one, but Matt Vince and the defense in front of him has come up very big so far for the Knighthawks. 4-0, 5:53 left to go here in the first. Up top to Walters. Walters shoots. First save of the game made by a Philly goaltender. But Rochester will get a fresh 30 as they pick up the loose ball. Over to Walters, near side, has some room in front of him, and kicks it back over to Dan Dawson. Dan Dawson on the far side. Looks for help from Point. Point tries to roll inside. They'll go back to Walters. 5:30 on the game clock. 12 on the shot clock. Walters moving, now rolling. 8, 7, 6. Try to hit the give and go to Palace. Can't connect. 5, 4. Ball still loose on the turf. Brody Merrill gets slashed on the way. Referee says play on, so Merrill stays out there. He flips it over to Koleski. Koleski near side. Now goes back up top to Crowley. Players fall down near side as Walters gets knocked down. Walters comes off in transition. We get another defenseman out there. Buchanan. Now we got a delayed penalty coming up against the Knighthawks. Miller to the bench. Extra attacker for Philadelphia. 6-on-5. 8 on the shot clock. Over to Crowley. Crowley will shoot long distance. Hit the post. And now as the ball goes over, there actually will be no over and back violation as it hits the post. So Hall will have a chance, and Philadelphia gets a fresh 30 on the extra attacker. Again, delayed penalty coming against the Knighthawks. 6-on-5 for Philadelphia. A prime opportunity for the Wings to get into this game. To Crowley. Still 20 on the shot clock. They've got time and a lot of bodies on the floor at the moment. Up top to Hall, moving in. Shot deflected away by Paul Dawson. But again, another loose rebound picked up. Third opportunity. Actually, the shot clock doesn't reset. So 8, 7, 6. Clock winding down. Looking to hit Crowley. He can't connect to 4, 3. And now the shot clock will just wind down as Buchanan's unable to pick it up. So it's a shot clock violation. But the Wings will get the first power play of the game when we come back from this media timeout. Now we got sticks and gloves, so we'll keep right here. And we got Koleski dropping the gloves against Ian Lord. And there they go to the ground. Quick one over with. But tell you what, the Wells Fargo Center crowd hasn't had anything to cheer for here in this game. Those two got mixed up very, very quickly. And I tell you what, coming up, Lord got banged up a little bit. You see it on camera. He's got some bleeding on the right-hand side there as Koleski laid a pretty good shot into him. Let's keep it right here in case they throw a replay up. No, I guess not. So we'll just go ahead and take a media timeout here with 4:14 left to go here in the first. 4-0 Nighthawks. The Wings going on the power play. This is the NLL on the Lacrosse Network.
Evans flip pass. Here's a shot. Dixon to the net. Scores! Curtis Dixon again. It's 11-10 Calgary.
Want more great NLL action? Subscribe to the Lacrosse Network on your computer, tablet, or mobile device for access to all the games live on YouTube. Get highlight reels, interactive player interviews, and behind-the-scenes coverage on all your favorite teams. YouTube.com/TLN. Subscribe today.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Wells Fargo Center. 4-0 your score. 4:14 left to go here in the first. The Wings going on the power play. There you are, everybody. Hey, send me a tweet at Dave Walls. Ring your tweets. Greg Smith's out there watching saying, let's go Wings. Jake Elliott watching as well. He said, where is that game clock you promised? I tell you what, it's coming. I promise. We'll have it ready for the Wings playoff games. There you go. As we look, Joe Myers out there says, hi, Dave Walls. Hi, Joe Myers. There he is. Rose Creeder is watching. Wait, she's watching from over there. I can't get her on camera. I will get her on camera before the day is over. Who else is watching? Oh, the Buffalo family's out there watching an important division rival game from Buffalo. We're rooting in the Philly Wings. I bet you are. You want a little breathing room against those Knighthawks. But hey, thank you so much for watching. Tom Daniels is watching from the Netherlands. He said, please help the men's Dutch national team get to the World Championships in Denver. If anybody can help him out, go on Twitter to Tom Caniels, Caniels. Help the Netherlands team get to the World Nationals that are coming up. The World Championships that are coming up in Denver later on this summer. So 4:14 left to go. The Knighthawks, the shots on goal right now 8-6 in favor of Philadelphia. Philadelphia's chances have ranged to fair to middling, as I think I might say if I were still living in Delaware. Rochester, though, shot the lights out, though, in the early beginning. Had a little bit of a spark, though, in this pretty decent-sized crowd here at the Wells Fargo Center as Koleski and Ian Lord go at it. Ian Lord might have gotten the better shots in, but I tell you what, Koleski laid into him a good one, and Lord's going to have to go get stitched up. So now we still have a stoppage of play as we're still waiting for the official penalty call. I don't have anything up yet on the boards for you. I can't see why it wouldn't be a straight 5-on-5 here.
Here are the penalties. Rochester penalty assessed to the bench. That is a 2-minute bench minor for too many men. That will be served by number 9, Craig Point. Also, Rochester penalty assessed to number 29, Ian Lord, a 5-minute penalty for fighting. Wings penalty assessed to number 63, Tracy Koleski. A 2-minute instigation penalty and a 5-minute major for fighting. Time of those penalties, 10 minutes, 56 seconds.
Well, that's big now as we get back to game action that wipes out the Wings power play. So we're going to say 5-on-5 as Koleski gets the instigator there. Not sure I agree with that call, but we play on. Crowley has the ball. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Here's a hard shot that goes off Rochester defenseman. Ball still loose on the turf as Crowley can't control, but now we have a whistle, stoppage of play, and now we're going to get a penalty behind the play. Let's see who goes off. I think it's going to be against Rochester. It looks like Paul Dawson's heading to the box. So now, after Philadelphia has their initial power play wiped out, Dawson takes a hack at someone. He'll get the slashing call.
Paul Dawson, 2 minutes for slashing. Time of that penalty, 11 minutes, 4 seconds.
So here we go, 3:56 left to go here in the first. Now we get our first power play of the game. 5-on-4 for the Wings for the next 2 minutes. Hall over to Saunders, back to Hall in the slot. Tried to hit it to Ward, however, great job by Self. He saw the pass coming, got the stick out, got just enough of it to knock it down. But now ball loose on the turf, still loose. It's going to go back on the corner, and this is going to make it an 8-second violation. Vince will give chase, but there's no way. So Vince bats it away just to give Rochester a little time to recoup. So Philadelphia forces a turnover. 1:35 left to go on the power play. Ward up top to Hall, back to Ward. They're passing it back and forth, rotating the ball around to Hall in the slot. Back up top to Hall. He shoots and a score! Philadelphia Wings, Jordan Hall. Power play notch. And the Wings fans come alive in the Wells Fargo Center. They get their first goal of the game, now trailing 4-1. Tic-tac-toe passing. And I tell you what, Vince is not usually susceptible to the long-distance shot, even on the power play, but Jordan Hall fired up the cannon that time and got his team leading a 23rd goal.
Scored by number 44, Jordan Hall. The assist, number 14, Pat Saunders. Time of the goal, 11 minutes, 40 seconds.
As Jordan Hall goes sidearm low to high and puts it up in the shelf where Grandma keeps the cookies as Kevin Crowley gets the shot, makes the save that time by Matt Vince. It was a good move inside by Crowley, though, that time. 10th shot of the game, I should say, for the Wings. Quickly back the other way. Campbell on the breakaway for Rochester gets a shot. Save made by Miller, but the loose rebound will come. Delayed penalty against Philadelphia now, so 6-on-5 advantage for the K-Hawks. Extra attacker comes out in Walters, so now we have 6 out there for Rochester. Empty net for them as Vince is on the bench for the extra attacker. 2:35 to go here in the first. 4-1 your score. 9 seconds on the shot clock. 7, 6, counting down. Moving in. Here's a shot that goes wide off the glass. Walters unable to control. 3, 2. He'll have to fire way long distance. That never gets through. Shot clock violation. But with 2:21 left to go here in the first, the Knighthawks will go into the box for their first power play. As I believe that's Sweeney who's going in. We'll get the penalty call from Kevin Casey.
Wings penalty assessed to number 7, Kyle Sweeney. 2 minutes for holding. Time for the penalty, 12 minutes, 39 seconds.
The Sweeney drugged someone down from behind the play, so first power play advantage for the Knighthawks today. Ball brought in by Stephen Kehoe, been strangely quiet so far in this first quarter. Palace holding, point moving inside. Now back to Palace outside. Approaching 2 minutes ago here in the first. Jamison, one-timer inside. Here's a shot. Beautiful save by Miller. He got faked and went low and had to stand up in order to get to the shot. Philadelphia gets it. They had a 3-on-2 breakaway, but now they'll hold and kill off some of this power play. Buchanan holding as Merrill runs to the box. Runs back to the bench in order to change lines. We'll answer some more of your tweets during the intermission. Send them over to me at Dave Walls. Shot clock down to 5, 4. Now Buchanan will move. 3. He'll shoot from way outside. Boy, that one nearly floated into the top shelf, but just goes wide. Shot clock violation, but Philly does its job and is able to knock out all 30 of that one. Already 50 seconds gone in the penalty to Sweeney. A minute and a half to go here in the first. 4-1 Knighthawks. 10-8 shots on goal favoring the Wings. Palace has it with Jamison in back of him behind the back pass now. Jamison, one timing attempt over to the far side, unable to connect on net, unable to be picked up as well. And here comes Merrill. He's got a one-on-one breakaway. Turning on the Jets, Brody Merrill. He shoots, save made by Vince. He had Dan Dawson creeping up on his right-hand side, and he was really unable to take that extra step needed. Boy, great check by Vince. Great check by Ross. Now Vince is out there, but it's going to be an 8-second. The shot clock's already down 10 seconds here. And I don't know why they're letting it go. I tell you what, Rochester took 14 seconds to get the ball across midfield. Now they reset the shot clock as Philadelphia gets the ball. So officials dropped the ball there, but Philadelphia is able to get the turnover anyway. So not like it matters, but interesting scenario here. 33 on the shot clock, 33 on the game clock, 15 on the game clock as time winding down here. Penalty's about to end in 5 seconds, so Wings will kill this off. 4, 3, 2. Saunders has the ball far side. He tries a shot that's blocked away by Lord. And now with 15 seconds left, Vince will head to the bench for one last extra attacker. 15 seconds left. Shot clock's turned off. Dawson holding the ball. Now over to Jamison. Down to 8, 7, 6. Throws it inside. Unable to connect. Ball loose on the turf. Deal fighting for it. 4, 3, 2. Rannigan picks it up. Loses it on the turf. And that is end as punches are thrown right in the crease area. 2 players tied up. Keogh's out there. Palace is tied up with someone. And now here goes Costabile. I tell you what, Palace dropped the stick. It looked like he was going to go for more, but cooler heads prevail. And at the end of one, the Rochester Knighthawks 4, the Philadelphia Wings 1. Back with quarter number 2 in a second. This is the National Lacrosse League on the Lacrosse Network. Going into quarter number 2, it's the Rochester Knighthawks 4, the Philadelphia Wings 1. Fans get some new team gear for the season by visiting the NLL shop online. Just go to shop.nll.com for the best prices and selection on clothing and accessories for all 9 teams with flat rate shipping and no hassle returns. Hey, it's the NLL shop. It's the place for all things NLL. Visit shop.nll.com today. Powered by Fanatics. Hi, everybody. Dave Walls here at the Wells Fargo Center. And, John, we'll just keep it on the field as we got action getting ready to go. Tell you what, the Wings got a little momentum, a little mojo there near the end of the first quarter. Shots virtually even, 10-9 in favor of the Wings. The Wings were able to kill off that Kyle Sweeney power play. As you see, lots of green in the stands today. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all my sober Irish friends out there. And you know what I mean by that. I hope you know what I mean, because I certainly don't know what I mean. Rochester now moving right to left on your screen. Self loses control of the ball, and an early turnover for Rochester as now the Wings will come out. Sweeney has the ball, throws it over far side. Again, do apologize for the lack of a clock. We've just been having electrical issues here in the Wells Fargo Center. We're doing what we can. Hopefully we can get it to you as soon as we can in a future game. But for today, we'll just give you clock updates as much as we can. And you should be able to see the shot clock on the glass and back of the board, so you always feel like you're part of the game. 5 on the shot clock. Crowley rolls to the slot. Long distance shot saved, but the loose rebound bounces right into the stick of Kyle Buchanan. So something the Wings have done very well today is the second and third chance opportunities. They've been able to pick those up. Good screen by Ward. Now here's the give and go right to him. He shoots and goes wide. And Ward gets checked into the back. And so that's why there's no crease violation. But Rochester does pick up the loose ball. So good offensive formation right there. It's a shame the ball didn't go in on net as Ward had his space to shoot the ball. Minute 15 in here, and Rochester gets their first offensive possession of the second quarter. Dawson out there. Dan Dawson rolling to the slot, behind the back pass to Point. Already have 2 goals on the day, and make it the hat trick for the score. Bounce shot from outside from Craig Point. The hat trick makes it 5-1. Tell you what, Craig Point looking fresh as ever. As check out this replay. He's going to get the behind-the-back feed, and then here he goes with a little whoop right off the carpet into the upper shelf.
Rochester goal scored by number 9, Craig Point. The assist, number 6, Dan Dawson. Time of that goal, 1 minute, 23 seconds.
So Craig Point gets activated, and he comes out looking like an MVP so far for the Knighthawks in this game. As Philadelphia wins the faceoff, they'll bring it back in as Ross has it. It's falling a little quiet in the Wells Fargo Center as these fans want to see a little bit more fight out of their Wings. Don't say I blame them as Hall's out there. Out to Ross at the near side board. 17 on the shot clock. Ross turns and fires. Low to high. Goes a little too high, but the rebound picked up by Crowley. Over to Ross. Over pass intercepted. So Rochester breaks the other way. 3-on-2 if they hurry, but now numbers come back from Philadelphia. Ross gets caught out on defense. He's looking for some help off the bench. Now it looks like Ross will just stay out there for this defensive set for Philadelphia. So Philly with working with a little bit of offensive personnel out there as Rochester has it far side to Walters. Walters give and go, unable to be controlled by Palace. And now here's a check. And it's going to be a penalty on Philadelphia as no official puts his hands down. I thought they were going to call Philadelphia for a check from behind on that one, but the official puts his arm down after second thought, and Philadelphia comes away with it. It was a good, hard hit, and I guess the official decided the hit came from the side rather than the back. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Saunders has it. Swim move, however, loses the ball. And now good play from behind the scenes by Ian Lord, who's back out there after the fight. He's able to swat it up to Evans. Evans brings the ball upfield. Now Evans holds. 12:22 left to go here in the second. 5-1. Rochester leading it after an early 4-0 run on their first 4 shots of the game. Dan Dawson controlled delayed penalty coming up against Rochester. No, they're just going to call illegal screen. Craig Point checked someone from behind. They just call it an illegal motion penalty, so there you go. Shot, save made by Vince. Quick rebound picked right back up by Rochester. So Philadelphia, lately, the last couple offensive possessions, shooting very early in the shot clock, not taking the full 30 to get their full offense out in the field. Now here's a turnover back the other way for Philadelphia. Deal brings the ball up. Good play by the young rookie transition player as Deal runs off. Activated from the practice squad. Koleski far side. He's out there as well after his early fight. Up top to Ward. Ward shoots low. Went for the 5-hole. Vince closed that up very quickly and made the save. 3.5 gone here in the first. 5-1 Rochester. Sullivan has it near the timeline. He throws it over to Dan Dawson. Dawson, Palace, Walters, Jamison, and now Craig Point all out there on offense. Point has it near side, working one-on-one. Gets a screen and give-and-go attempt at Dawson. Dawson's unable to control and gets knocked down for his troubles. Philadelphia will run back the other way. Merrill thought about the break, looked to hit the man off the bench, can't find help, so he holds it over near the blue line. Merrill still holding now. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Up top to Saunders. Saunders has had the hot hand here in March. Over to Hall. Hall with the lone goal so far for Philadelphia. Rolling. 5 on the shot clock. 4, 3. Finding some room. Here's a shot that gets tipped away. Never gets in on net. It'll be a shot clock violation for Philadelphia. Philly got the shot off. Someone was able to get a stick on it as well. So it took away a lot of the momentum of the shot. And it floated harmlessly away. 13-10 shots on goal. 10:28 left to go here in the second. 5-1. Give and go inside. Here's a shot. What a save by Miller. Just was able to get enough of the stick out there to deflect it away. So Miller comes in relief of Evan Kirk. Has only given up the 1 goal so far. Self has the ball. And 4, 7, 8, and he just gets the ball up across the timeline. Rochester's been flirting with it a lot as Philly's put a lot of pressure on Rochester in their own backfield. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Media timeout coming at the next break as we're under 10 minutes to go. Outside, it's Jamison. Was looking for Palace on a give and go. Can't find it. Over to Point now. Point has room inside. Beats Rannigan, but he walks right into the crease, however. So crease violation. Wings give him a shove as they didn't appreciate the fact he ran in on B. Miller. And with that comes a media timeout. 9:41 left to go in the second quarter. It's 5-1 Knighthawks. This is the NLL on the Lacrosse Network. Welcome back. 9:41 left to go here in the second. It's the Knighthawks 5 and the Wings 1. Fans, don't forget about the NLL on YouTube. Hey, it is the best way to get ready for the weekend's action. You watch NLL live every Thursday night. This week's scheduled player guest will be Dane Smith of the Buffalo Bandits. We've had him on before. Catch the show live at 8 Eastern or on demand anytime. That's on the Lacrosse Network. It's the on-demand home of the NLL. It's youtube.com/TLN. Philadelphia with the ball. Getting some good scoring opportunities, but Vince and the defense have stood strong as Vince so far 13 saves on the day. Corey Vitarelli, Mike Accursi, and Joel McCready all scratch for Rochester. Again, the grind of a back-to-back weekend in the NLL. Jordan Hall has it. 4-3, clock winding down. One-timer to Crowley. He can't get the shot off as they go over to Ross. I don't think Crowley knew where the shot clock was. Joel White and Poppleton have the scratches today for Philadelphia. As we go under 9 minutes left to go here in the second, 5-1 your score. Keogh out for this offensive possession along with Walters, Jamison, Point, and working inside, I believe, is Palace. It is. They have the ball with 7 on the clock. Walters tries to find a lane. Merrill gets a stick up high and knocks him outside. That one off the face mask of Miller. He makes the save. And tell you what, Miller has certainly been a calming influence over this Wings team. Again, only giving up the 1 goal. There's a breakaway for Philadelphia, but Buchanan gets knocked down on the play, never gets the shot off, and Rochester brings it back again. for another possession here. 8.5 to go here in the second. 5-1 your score. Kehoe with the ball. Gets a screen. Finds Wires. Kick save and a beauty that time by Miller. Loose rebound. Rolls right into the stick of Brett Manny. Manny runs up ahead. He had Rannigan on a break. Now hits Sweeney. Sweeney looking for help off the bench to Ward. And now Philadelphia will take the ball back, calm themselves down, and try to use up a little bit more of the shot clock and set up an offensive set here. Hall gets a screen from Saunders, looks for the give and go, can't find it, instead takes a long distance shot. Easy save for Matt Vince. And again, third game in from Philadelphia. You would think by now they would know a little bit better that Vince is just going to be money from the outside. You got a rare one on the power play, but Vince, Rochester's whole goal defensively is to get you to shoot from outside. And I feel like every time you take that shot from outside, you're letting Rochester win that offensive possession. Whether the ball goes in or not, quite frankly, is irrelevant because you're falling into Rochester's plan. You're falling into their trap. Philadelphia needs more of an inside presence. Here's a shot and a beautiful save by Miller. He sits down, doesn't know where the ball is. Referee blows the whistle, but he's able to dive and make that save. So Philadelphia got a little bit of their mojo back late in the first, but the second quarter, frankly, has been all Knighthawks. Here's a shot from the outside blocked. Ross will pick it back up. Over to Saunders. Approaching 7 minutes to go here in the second. 10 on the shot clock to Saunders. He shoots, just goes high. Picked up and back in the net with 5. 4. Wings will have to hurry to Ross. He's going to have to shoot 2, and that goes into the back of Koleski and a shot clock violation. Rochester will pick it back up. They'll play the advantage off the break here with Kirk running upfield. 3-on-2 if they hurry, but Kirk decides to pull back up by 4. They'll take their time. Dawson has the ball now near side. 6:45 to go here in the second. Shots on goal, 15-14, virtually tied up, 1 in favor of the Wings. Jameson has the ball. A lot of action there. Try to hit a give and go over to Self. Can't do it. Manny ties him up on the boards nicely. Almost gets called for the hold, but now they'll call an illegal push, and so it's going to be a fresh 30 for Rochester. Manny did grab a hold of the guy, so a good call by the back official that time. Dawson flips it up top to Self. Now over on the far side. Rolling. Jameson has it, still holding. Now flips it into the corner for point. He can't control. Miller comes out to play. And a turnover by Rochester. So here comes Philadelphia. Manny brings the ball up and across for the Wings as we approach 6 minutes left to go here in the second. It's been a very fast-moving first half of action with little highlights for Philadelphia as they're down by 4. Ward finds a wide-open Hall. He shoots and scores! Jordan Hall, goal number 2, keeping the Wings alive. 5:57 to go in the second. It's 5-2. And just as we said, inside presence, and we have the challenge flag thrown. So we'll take a look at this one ourselves. Mike Hazen and company throwing the challenge flag again. We don't control the replays here at the Wells Fargo Center, so we're going to take a look here. Hall found himself alone on the crease thanks to a great pass by Ward. You'll see here, Hall right there, tiptoes. That's going to be a good goal, no question. Hall's in midair there. And the ball clearly in the net, so I think Hazen was looking for something there, trying to keep Philadelphia down to 1 goal, but that's going to be Jordan Hall's second goal of the game, make it number 24 on the season for number 44. As we can go ahead and bring the camera back here, John, as we're just in the middle of a challenge timeout. Hi, everybody. Dave Walls here from the Wells Fargo Center. Hey, I got a lot of tweets coming in. Haven't been able to read too many of them here so far. Eric Garnett saying, you must feel like Mark Zumoff during a 76ers game. Well, yeah, the Wings are not having the best, but the Wings haven't lost 20 in a row, okay? So let's just say that. Nobody's tanking here, okay? As we look down, hey, John Barchard saying, thanks so much for, yes, I got a TV reporting job for an ABC station in Virginia. Oh, look at that. I didn't know there was a party. Oh, my God. I should have saved the cake for my birthday in January. Well, no, I shouldn't have saved that. That would have been pretty good. Hey, Johnny Jalvanti, I hope I said that right, and I apologize. Saying, hi, Dave Walls. Keep up the great coverage. Greetings from Finland. Yeah. Thank you for watching from Finland. I appreciate that. Stephanie Barco's out there watching saying, glad Vince is back in goal, and yeah, he's back in form, too. After this challenge, the referee taking a good hard look at it. I haven't seen an official signal yet.
By number 44,
there we go.
Jordan Hall is second of the day. The assist, number 4, Ryan Ward, along with number 63, Tracy Koleski. Time of the goal, 9 minutes, 3 seconds. Rochester will be charged with the timeouts.
So Rochester's going to get called for the timeout. Breakaway by Palace, but Miller is equal to the challenge and makes the save. 5:40 left to go here in the second. Jordan Hall gets his second of the game. Now a 5-2 game for Philadelphia. Again, got some energy going again here on the Wells Fargo Center. Decent sized crowd here on a Sunday afternoon. Glad to see it as the Wings needing some support here to get back into this game. Crowley now throws it back in the net, and a dive and a score! No, crease violation called. Oh, Kevin Ross tiptoed it in back of the crease, and I looked from the rafters here at the Wells Fargo Center to be a good goal, but Blaine Harrison not throwing the flag on that one, so we'll stay at a 5-2 game. That's one I'll go back and watch later tonight and see if I can get a better angle at it, but watching it live looked good as Dawson has a 10 on the shot clock. Media timeout coming. Point shoots him outside. Boyd just goes wide as Miller gets a piece of it with the arm. Manley picks it back up. Throws it long distance for Deal. He connects. Men coming out. Now Deal will take it himself. He rolls in. That's a shot that goes off Vince, I believe. Goes into the crowd. No, official says goes wide. It'll be Rochester ball when we come back from this media timeout. Jordan Hall's second of the game makes it a 5-2 game favoring the Knighthawks. We'll be back after this. This is the NLL on the Lacrosse Network. .449 left to go here in the second. It's a 5-2 game favoring the Rochester Knighthawks. Hi, everybody. Dave Walls here. Wings fans, your Wings are home again this Saturday night. Saturday night at the Wells Fargo Center. Where else would you want to be? As, hey, it's a battle for third place. The Wings can pull this off, and they beat Toronto. They're sitting in third place right now. It's Toronto, Saturday night, 7:30. Bark at the Bowl night is a crease violation of Rochester. Game time, 7:30. Tickets and info at wingslax.com. And the Rochester Knighthawks back to Blue Cross Arena, where they have the monumental task of facing the 10-0 Edmonton Rush. Game time 7:30. Tickets and info, Knighthawks.com. Dave Walls here from the Wells Fargo Center. 4:19 left to go here in action. Special hello to everybody watching live on YouTube. I'll promise I'll get over there and I will look at some of your comments as well. It's so hard to read when you're watching live. 4 on the shot clock. 3-2. Saunders found himself in the middle of Paul Dawson and I believe that was Scott Self, and there was no room at the end for him here. Saying hi to Micah Knowles Jr. watching out on YouTube as well. Under 4 to go here in the second. Shots on goal 17-15 in favor of the in favor of the Wings, I should say. Points out there. He's already got the first half hat trick. Wines, fires, goes wide. Tried to be picked up by Deal, but Point's going to be able to get his own rebound. However, since the shot didn't hit, it's going to be 3-2. Long distance shot. Scoop save by Miller. He runs out, gets it, flings it right over to CJ Costabile. He runs up and gets it up across the timeline. Costabile staying out there for the moment, clearing some space in the middle of the crease. Really impressed with CJ Costabile's play, not only in the faceoff circle, but he's been an improved player on transition as well. Here's a shot, stick save made on the Crowley shots. Crowley again shoots it only about halfway through the shot clock that time, approaching 3 minutes to go in the half. 5-2. Rochester basically leaning on the fact that they scored 4 goals on their first 4 shots. Philadelphia has basically matched them the rest of the way. In fact, they've outscored them 2-1 since then. Working far side is Walters. Thinks about a crease run, can't find room, kicks it back up into the slot, finds a double team. 7-6. Intercepted pass, though, by Merrill. He's able to knock it down. Ball still loose on the turf. 2-1. Kehoe won't get the shot off, however, so he drops the ball. So Philly forces the violation, and now they come back the other way, looking for one more before the half. Sweeney kicks it over now, back over to Hall on the far side. Spin move, finds himself over to the crease to Ross. Ryan Ward runs to the slot, gets a good screen again. 2:22 left to go. Here's a shot that goes off of the Rochester player, goes up into the netting. Back official signals. Yes, it does go for Rochester players, so we got a fresh 30-second shot clock. 2:21 left to go here in the second. 5-2 Rochester. Fresh 30 for Philadelphia. Hall holding, creeping in. Now throws it far side for Ward. Ward back to Ross. Ross finds himself one-on-one. Moving in. Here's a shot, and it's in. And the ball goes in the net. I believe the ball went in the net. Now Ross down there fighting with someone. I guess the official's going to signal that it was a crease violation before the ball goes in the net that time, as nobody really jumped up that time. I saw the net move, and I thought it was from the ball, so my apologies, fans, but official calls a crease violation. We move on. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. 5-2 your score. Delayed penalty coming up against the Wings. Vince runs to the bench. So Rochester will get their second power play. They're 0 for 1 on the day. 6-on-5 extra attacker situation right now as Point has it. Holding. Here's a shot, save. Loose rebound picked up, however. And the shot clock does reset, however, even though it went off in the arena. So Rochester holds. 90 seconds left to go here in the second. Again, extra attacker out there right now is a delayed call going against Philadelphia. Here's a shot. Tried a wraparound shot that time, but Miller is able to get there and knock it away. But now we'll get the whistle, stoppage of play, and Philadelphia again will go a man down. Looks like Costabile heading as he gets the holding call. So Costabile goes off for 2. Time of the call going to be at 13:39 of the second.
Wings penalty assessed to number 9, C.J. Costabile. 2 minutes for holding. Time for the penalty, 13 minutes, 39 seconds.
So at 13:39, again, Rochester will finish out the period on the power play unless they score first. 6-on-5. They're 0 for 1 so far on the man advantage. Philadelphia's 1 for 1 so far. Dawson flipping the ball around casually now right in front of the creases. Palace. He kicks it back up. Now back to Palace. He shoots, winds, fires, and I tell you what, Miller was sitting on it, and he was just waiting for the whistle to blow as he didn't know where it was. So Philadelphia has now 55 left to go here in the first half. And now we got a delayed call against Rochester. I think they're going to get called for too many men on the field. They are. Philadelphia was shouting at the back official as someone was slow getting off the field, and that got the back official's attention. So now Miller runs to the bench. We got a 5-on-5 situation as Philly's still a man down. Loose rebound picked up by Saunders. He gets hauled down. He goes into the crease, but with 32 seconds left to go here, now we're going to get a 4-on-4. Both men in the box here, and Philadelphia will end up getting about 49 seconds of power play time on this one. So Dylan Evans is the in-home person today. He's serving the penalty for Rochester. But going to have a lot of open space out there for Philadelphia right now.
Too many men on the field. That'll be served by number 16, Dylan Evans. Time of that penalty, 14 minutes, 27 seconds.
So Miller is going to stay on the bench now, so we're going to have 5-on-4 action. Philadelphia is going to hold for last shot. Here we go. It's Hall, Saunders, Crowley, Koleski on the near side. It's Kevin Ross sitting in the corner. Got about a 2-second differential between shot clock and game clock. 16 on the shot clock, 17 or so on the game clock. 10 on the shot clock. Wings moving now with Saunders creeping in behind the back flip. No room. 5, 4. Wings will have to hurry. They're going to throw it up against the boards. Unable to control. 2, 1. And the quarter will run out. And that does it for the first half of action. But the Wings killing off some of the 4-on-4 time when they come back in the second half will remain 4-on-4, and they'll get some power play time as well. A hot start by Rochester carries them into halftime. At half, it's the Rochester Knighthawks 5, the Philadelphia Wings 2. We're going to take a break, and we're going to give you this week's edition of NLL Halftime and also the TLN Top 10. We'll be back in just a few minutes. This is the National Lacrosse League on the Lacrosse Network. Back after.
Support the National Lacrosse League and show the world you're a fan with team merchandise from the National Lacrosse League official online store, shop.nll.com. You'll find a great selection of National Lacrosse League team items, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, accessories, and more. You'll also find great customer service, 365-day hassle-free returns, and fast shipping. So show the world you support the National Lacrosse League with official gear from shop.nll.com.
It's halftime, everybody. Hi, as we are at the Wells Fargo Center. Rochester Knighthawks are currently enjoying a 5-2 lead at the half. Hi, everybody. Dave Walls here. Taking a look at your stats at the half for Rochester. It really comes down to a big first quarter that they had. 4 goals on their first 4 shots, knocking Philadelphia starter Evan Kirk out of the game. Let's run it through you right now. Starting off at 2:33, Brad Self gets his first goal of the game from Stephen Kehoe and Cody Jamieson, making it 1-0. They would respond 29 seconds later, thanks to Craig Point, the first of many for Point as well from Cody Jamieson. 4:34, Dan Dawson gets his first of the game, followed by Point second. 6:11 by that point. Brandon Miller is now in the game as Evan Kirk gets treated to the bench seat. Jordan Hall goes on the power play, though, at 11:40, gets the first notch, 4-1 at the end of one. Quieter second quarter as Rochester really controlled the tempo of play, but Philadelphia was able to get back a little bit. Point gets the hat trick at 1:23. Hall gets the regular strength notch at 9:03. That play was challenged by Rochester, but an easy goal for Philadelphia. Shots on goal right now, 20-18 in favor of the Philadelphia Wings. For Philadelphia, Brandon Miller has come up big so far, and as he has made, I should say, I believe 18 saves so far on the day for B. Mill. As Evan Kirk, 3 shots on goal, no saves. Matt Vince, however, has unofficially 19 saves heading into the half, and he has been much better. Face-off battle, Philadelphia's been winning that. Stephen Hoare has gone 50%, and in addition with C.J. Costabile winning 1, it equals out to 56% win percentage for the Philadelphia Wings at the half in the circle. Certainly, we had mentioned early in the second that Philadelphia had a tough time getting penetration in on Rochester's defense. That's what Rochester's defensive set is. They want to tightly pack the box right in front of Matt and Vince, and they want you to shoot from outside because they know they have the ability, they're willing to take the shot so it never gets through to Vince, or to give Vince enough of a lane where he's able to see the ball. The few times Philadelphia has been able to get penetration, they've been able to do good things down in front of the crease. And for Rochester, they just need to keep doing what they're doing. Their passing has been top-notch so far on the afternoon, and B. Miller, if it hasn't been for the fact he's made a couple real acrobatic saves, this game could be a little bit more out of control. But you know what? Springtime in the Wells Fargo Center, if you're a fan of the Wings, you know anything can happen, and usually does. So do not go anywhere. We're going to take a timeout. We're going to bring you NLL halftime, get you caught up on Week 11 in the NLL, and give you the TLN Top 10. See if your favorite play is in there. I got a couple in there as well. Let's see if you like them. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back closer to the third quarter. This is the NLL on the Lacrosse Network. We're back after this.
Welcome to NLL Halftime. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Walls of the Lacrosse Network. Join in the conversation on Twitter right now and let us know how your team is doing at the half. Let's get you caught up on last week's highlights and the standings as we head into Week 12 of the 2014 NLL season. The Edmonton Rush looking to become the first 9-0 team in NLL history as they host the Vancouver Stealth. The Stealth on the other end of the spectrum, just trying to stay alive in the Western Division playoff race. Edmonton would get off to a hot start, leading 3-1 at the end of the first quarter, and Chris Corbeil's shorthanded goal early in the second would extend that lead. However, Vancouver would go in tied at the half 5-5. Included in that is the newly acquired Jamie Lincoln and his top 10 goal that made the TLN countdown. Vancouver would keep their streak alive moving into the third quarter as Reese Dutch gave Vancouver an 8-7 lead thanks to this amazing crease dive. However, Edmonton proved to be too much in the fourth as the hat trick by Robert Church gave Edmonton a lead they wouldn't relinquish, and the party continues at Rexall Place. The Rush win 10-9. Let's take a look at other action in Week 11 around the league. The Rochester Knighthawks continued their recent dominance over the Philadelphia Wings, winning in Blue Cross Arena by a final score of 13-8. In Colorado, the game goes to overtime over Calgary, and it's Sean Pollock who gets the game winner as the Mammoth win 10-9 over the Calgary Roughnecks. Finally, in Buffalo, the Buffalo Bandits hosted the Minnesota Swarm, and it was a late rally by Buffalo with Mark Steinhaus's 4 goals that propelled the Bandits to a 12-9 win. So what does all of this mean for the standings for your favorite team? Well, let's take a look first at the Eastern Division. The Buffalo Bandits with the win remain a half game ahead of the Rochester Knighthawks with a 7-2 record as they host the Calgary Roughnecks this Saturday night up at the First Niagara Center. Rochester holds close to second place with their 7-3 record, but they've got a tough doubleheader ahead of them, facing the Rock on Saturday and Philadelphia on Sunday, both on the road. Meanwhile, the Rock, who were off in Week 11, have a 4-6 record, but still holding on to a comfortable lead in third place. Again, they have a doubleheader this weekend, Saturday against Rochester, and then Sunday on the road against the Swarm. Meanwhile, on the outside looking in, it's Philadelphia and Minnesota, who both failed to capitalize on Toronto's off week. The Wings now sit with a 3-8 record, hosting a must-win game against the Rochester Knighthawks on Sunday, while the Swarm are all but out of it with a record of 2-8, heading to face the Rock on Sunday. It's another tight race in the NLL Western Division. The Edmonton Rush are comfortably in first place with that perfect 9-0 record, and Calgary sits in second place with that 6-4 record, 3.5 games back of the Rush. These two teams will collide on Friday night in another great Battle of Alberta. Third place battle has gotten a little bit clear as Colorado's overtime win has given them a 1.5 game advantage over the Vancouver Stealth. Colorado sits at 5-7, facing the Bandits in Buffalo on Saturday, while Vancouver sits in the cellar with a 3-8 record and takes Week 12 off. That does it for this episode of NLL Halftime. Thanks for watching. Hey, make sure to take to Twitter and let all the other NLL fans know how your team is doing at the half. We'll get you back to your game in just a moment. This is the National Lacrosse League on the Lacrosse Network.
Walters around one. The shot, he scores!
7-7 the score. Long play from behind the net. Shot, score, Minnesota.
Grabbed by Merrill. He's got Hall breaking. Hits him in stride in on goal. He shoots and scores. And Jordan Hall ties it up at 6.
Picked up by Buffalo. And Chad Culp is mauled on the way. Score, Buffalo. Dean Smith.
Billick bumps it across the line, hesitates, back pass, scores! Mark Matthews rips one, 2 shots, 2 goals. Through a screen, can't get the shot, now he fakes it, goes around, nice dives and scores! What a goal by Jamie Lincoln, great individual effort, extended full out.
As Mark Steinhaus comes down into the Minnesota zone to the near side. Getting some help from one of his teammates, but breaks free, has the ball, still hangs on, scores!
To the corner, great recovery by Thompson. Garrison coming in, shoots, scores! Garrison just stuck with it, and now he ties Corbeil for the league lead. There.
Jones is back out there. Gets to Pollock. Shot and score!
Sean Pollock is a sniper tonight. Keogh now around the D, scores! Stephen Keogh, one-handed pickup and converts on the behind the back and
4-3. Evans flip pass. Here's a shot. Dixon into the net. Scores! Curtis Dixon again! It's 11-10 Calgary.
Want more great NLL action? Subscribe to the Lacrosse Network on your computer, tablet, or mobile device for access to all the games, live on YouTube. Get highlight reels, interactive player interviews, and behind-the-scenes coverage on all your favorite teams. YouTube.com/TLN. Subscribe today.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you've had a great halftime. I tell you what, got a little Philly soft pretzel in me, and we are ready to go for second half action. The Knighthawks currently leading the Philadelphia Wings 5-2. Let's reset the scenario. We've got 4-on-4 action for the next 39 seconds, and then Philadelphia will go on the power play. Shots on goal, 20-18 in favor of the Wings, but it was that early rally by Rochester that set the tone. Philadelphia has gotten the better of the scoring since then, but really, Philadelphia is still with a bit of a hill to climb. We're back to action. Here we go. Philadelphia will move right to left on your screen, wearing their home white with red and black trim. The Knighthawks wearing their teal with purple and white trim as well. Special hello to everyone out there watching on YouTube, watching this game live, and to all you, wherever you are watching. I promise I'll read more of your tweets at Dave Walls later on in today's game. Wings with the ball, 5 on the shot clock. Ross moves in. Bounce shot, however, goes wide. Wings will pick it up, though, with 2-1. They are not going to get a shot off, so shot clock expires. And now we have a delayed call. You know what's funny? Nobody blew the whistle for some reason after the shot clock expired, so Wings held on to the ball for a few extra seconds. That's why the little bit of confusion on the field. I was wondering what was going on. Costabile, though, out of the box. So the Wings on the power play for the next 45 seconds. Wings 1 for 1 on the power play. Nighthawks, however, 0 for 2 so far, so the Wings defense has stood strong in that regard. Five on the shot clock. Walters holding 4-3. Can't get anything in. Now pass intercepted, and now Merrill brings it back up. 25 on the power play, so the Wings will at least get one power play formation here to attempt to make this a 2-goal game. Koleski holds the ball. He had a scrap earlier in the first half against Ian Lord. Left Lord a little bit bloodied and bruised. Pretty even matchup, I would say, though. I think Lord might have even gotten the better of it, but Koleski did get a very good shot in there. 8 on the shot clock, minute and a half in, up top to Ross, over to Crowley, moving in. Here's a shot, armpit, and Vince didn't have full control of it, but finally is able to bring it down just short of the crease line, and that's going to do it as we are back to 5-on-5 action. So the Wings now go 1 for 2 on the power play, and with 13:20 to go here in the third, it's a 5-2 Nighthawks lead. Rochester trying to go for the weekend sweep as they came back in impressive fashion after a slow start. Matt Vince ends up getting pulled in Toronto, but they're able to go 12-3 in the second half and defeat the Rock by a score of 17-12. Here it's a 5-2 as that shot goes high and outside. Miller will pick up the loose ball. Long outlet pass up ahead for Stephen Hoare. Hoare picks it up, now hits Crowley. He's checked out Ward as he comes off. Ward and Buchanan on the near side with Crowley in the slot. Saunders and Ross on the far side. Ward over to Saunders, now flips it over to Ross. Rochester's defense a little spread out here. Is a shot from the outside by Ross. Vince is able to control, bring it down, and make the save. Two and a half here into the third. No score in the second half. Remains 5-2. Jamison has the ball. Throwing it over far side to Triple D, dangerous Dan Dawson. Holding. He fires. Pass off the glass, unable to be controlled. That'll be an over and back violation. As now we finally have the whistle and touch up as Vincent picked it up. Rannigan picks it up. Ball brought back in. Here we go. 30-second clock reset for Philadelphia. Rannigan and Costabile and Sweeney run off in transition, so the Wings holding it for a moment. Here they go. They reset now with Crowley, Hall, Koleski, along with Ryan Ward, and I believe over on the far side, that's Saunders. Crowley holds. 15 on the shot clock. Shot from outside was blocked, never got through. Saunders tries to behind the back one as he mixes it up with John Sullivan. Good attempt by Saunders that time. Had the right idea, just wasn't able to do it. Now Self, the ball loose on the turf, finally able to pick it back up, though, and he finds himself one-on-one looking for some help coming off the bench. He gets it in Stephen Keogh. A lot of the big guns for Rochester have been quiet in this game. Keogh with only 2 assists. We haven't seen anything yet out of Walters. Cody Jamison only 2 assists. Nothing yet from Johnny Powless. So the Wings at least keeping everyone in check. And as I say that, a shot and score. Joe Walters, that is, scores from the outside. And the Knighthawks again open up the scoring in the half. It's now 6-2. Gets the low carpet burner to go in from the outside as you take a look at the replay. Actually, I take it back. It was an overhand shot that time. Shot went in low on a Miller, and just funny the way it went in.
Number 1, Joe Walters. The assist, number 28, Stephen Keogh. Time of the goal, 3 minutes, 39 seconds.
Walters' first of the game, Keogh's third assist of the game, and that makes it 6-2. 11:15 left to go here in the third. Face-off violation by the K-Hawks, and now Philadelphia comes out now down by 4, their largest deficit since early in the game. Buchanan brings it in for the Wings. Crowley holding, looking for some help. A little face dodge. Now he moves, shoots, and scores! Kevin Crowley created a little bit of space off a nice face dodge that time and puts it up into the upper corner, and the Wings strike right back, make it a 3-goal deficit, 6-3. Crowley takes more shots than anybody on the Wings, as everybody knows, but he's able to convert here. It's a beautiful shot into the upper corner.
Number 21, Kevin Crowley. The assist, number 91, Kyle Buchanan. Time of that goal, 3 minutes, 56 seconds.
Face-offs fought for in the near corner. As you take a look at the replay, Crowley doesn't even make much of a dodge. He really just moves. Now we're back to action. Manley had a 2-on-1, but he pulls it back as, hello there, we're back with you, as Ward has the ball. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 10:44 here to go in the third. It's 6-3 now. Jordan Hall has it, 2 goals on the day for him. Hall fires it far side to Buchanan. He moves in. Oh, Vince just gets the armpit out. The ball was still loose, so Buchanan swipes at it, but unable to control. So Rochester able to get that, and now control play. Still clinging on to that 3-goal lead. Chopper leading some cheers down near the Wings penalty box. Long-time fixture for the Wings in the stands, letting everyone know where the penalty box is. And now here's a give and go, wide open, and a score. You can't leave Dan Dawson that wide open. I tell you what, he could have ordered a tea and biscuits down by there and still had time to shoot it. It's now 7-3. Take a look here. There's a defensive breakdown somewhere as Wiedmeyer's easily 4 steps away as the nearest defender. All he has to do is make one move and tuck it in.
Rochester goal scored by number 6, Stan Dawson. The assist, number 9, Craig Point, along with number 88, Cody Jamieson. Time of that goal, 4 minutes, 47 seconds.
20th shot on the game for the Knighthawks gives them goal number 7. They're back up by 4. Rannigan wins the face-off. He gets knocked down, but is able to get the ball over on the far side, so the Wings will win another face-off. Got a delayed penalty behind the play. Going to go against the Knighthawks. 6-on-5 advantage as Miller is on the bench, so the Wings will get an opportunity again to make it a 3-goal game. Hall on the extra attacker, holding. As Allen in front of him. Now back to Hall. On the crease line is Ross. Behind the back flip. A little wild, but Hall's able to bring it down with 4-3. Pass, though, intercepted by Allen. And now the whistle will stop play. But the Wings going back on their third power play when we come back from this media timeout. 9:38 to go here in the third. 7-3 Knighthawks. This is the NLL on the Lacrosse Network. Welcome back. 9:38 left to go here in the third quarter, I should say. Hello, Dave. Wake up. It is 7-3 in favor of the Rochester Knighthawks. Wings are going to be going on to the 2-minute power play here. Fans, this copyright telecast of the National Lacrosse League Incorporated may not be retransmitted or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the National Lacrosse League. I tell you what, I get a good old-fashioned Philly soft pretzel in my mouth, and I tell you what, I'll just put it on the field because I'm enjoying it. We got a lot of your tweets coming in here at Dave Wall. Someone saying, I wish I had a salted pretzel. Check. I gave you a little photo response there. Downtown Bobby Brown out there watching from Latavia, New York, said a win by Rochester today would move them into a tie with Buffalo for first place in the East. That's absolutely correct. Brian Kiefer, enjoying the fact that I said self finds himself. I know it's a very deep play as we are back to live action. Philly on the power play, 6-on-5, but a turnover right away. Pass gets intercepted. And here's Sid Smith. He's a big boy rumbling up that field, but he loses control of the ball, and Crowley picks it back up for Philadelphia. Ward out there with Koleski, Crowley, Hall, and Saunders. Back up top to Crowley. 15 on the shot clock, under 9 to go here in the third. To Hall. Now back to Crowley. Can't control. Stick checked away nicely. Now still stick checked away, but controls now down to 7 on the shot clock. 6. Moving in shot. Low sidewinder by Saunders. Save made by Vince. Ball was loose on the turf momentarily, but Rochester's able to control that one, and they're able to get it up across to Kehoe. Kehoe out there on the penalty kill right now. Still a full minute left to go on that penalty to Mac Allen. Rochester more than content to hold at the moment, up by 4. Over to Walters, 7 on the shot clock, 6, 5, moves inside, has no room. He's just going to have to dump this one off. 2, 1, and is indeed a shot clock violation. Goes up off the boards, and Brandon Miller will get it back into play for Philadelphia. One more game in the NLL today as Toronto and Minnesota are also battling another Eastern Division matchup. We'll give you an update on that game as soon as we can. They start at 6 o'clock Eastern time, so we'll be keeping our eyes on that one. 8 minutes left to go in the third. 20 seconds on the power play clock to Hall. Over to Ward. Behind the back flip to Koleski. Moving in. Good save made by Vince that time as Koleski had all sorts of room, and Vince had to move to get his knee into position. Paul Dawson picks up the rebound, flips it up and across, and that will do it for the power play as there's 5 seconds. 4, 3. We're going to be back to 5 on 5. Wings will move 1 and 3 on the power play now as here comes Allen out of the box. Wings have had their opportunities. You can't say they haven't. 27-20 shots on goals favoring the Wings, but it's a 7-3 Nighthawk advantage. 5 on the shot clock. Still holding Jamison, unable to connect over in the far side to Dawson. Falls harmlessly into Miller's stick, and the Wings will hurry back the other way. Long outlet pass up and ahead for Rannigan. Rannigan wants to run it himself. He takes a low shot, save. I know Rannigan wants that shot. That's not the shot the Wings really needed him to take. They really need to find a way to get a better scoring opportunity than shooting on a break from 25 feet out like that. Rochester again controls, and Walters. Rochester, even in the third, they're more than content to take the full 30 here and set up the play they want. Up top to Walters. With a young team like Philadelphia, with the speed they have, it's certainly understandable that they favor those type of shots, but certainly that's not the type of shot you want to take, especially with some of these American players who are coming in trying to learn the box game. Now here's a proper break as Sweeney gets it. He's taken down from behind by Kehoe. Kehoe trips him up from behind. No call after the shot. Officials let that one go. Sweeney with a better scoring opportunity there, but unable to connect. And now with 6:20 left to go here in the third, it's Rochester's ball. Jamison with some traffic in front of him. Fakes the shot, throws over far side to Dawson. Dawson, face dodge inside, loses control, picked up by Brett Manny. Assistant captain picks it up, runs it in. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Manny's got some room. He's going to throw it in. Shot save made by Vince. I tell you what, you don't expect Brett Manny to take many shots. He scored a goal earlier on this season, an empty netter, and it was his first goal since a game about 3-4 years ago against Toronto. So Brett Manny, not exactly the person who normally gets the offensive opportunities. Wings had a couple breakaways here, but so far, Rochester's been able to hold him down, and Vince is back into prime form. 10 on the shot clock. Walters rolls inside, shoots wide. Jamison picks it back up with now 7 on the clock, looking for help. He's rolling all the way back. Now throws it in the corner for Dawson. He shoots. That goes high, but it actually gets a piece of Brandon Miller, so we're getting a fresh 30-second shot clock. So Rochester had already started to rotate their defense back out on the field. Now they have to do another substitution to get everyone back out there. 5:20 left to go here in the third. 7-3 your score. Apologize for the lack of a clock. You can actually see the shot clock on the back glass. We'll give you clock updates as well as much as we can due to some problems we've been having in the Wells Fargo Center this season. Working on it, doing the best we can. Michael Deal brings it up and across. Shot and score! I believe it's Kevin Crowley. If it is, number 2 on the day for him in Philadelphia. Fighting hard to stay into this one with 5:06 left to go. It's a 7-4 game. Hall with 2 and Crowley with 2. It's shot number 31 for Philadelphia. You think after all these shots, maybe it starts to flow in a little bit. Now Crowley is able to bang it in.
Second of the day, scored by number 21, Kevin Crowley. The assist, number 6, Michael Deal, along with number 55, Chad Wiedemeyer. Time of that goal, 9 minutes, 54 seconds.
So Crowley's second brings Mr. Crowley into the speakers of the Wells Fargo Center. 7-4 your score. Shots on goal, 31-22 favoring the Wings. Rochester just gets the ball up and across after Philadelphia had won the faceoff, and a shot was saved made by Vince. Jamison holding. Jamison rolls to the slot, now hits a breaking man far side. Beautiful sprawling save by Brandon Miller. I tell you what, Miller's playing like a goaltender who knows his position on this team and is fighting for his spot on this roster. And that's the exact type of fight that this Wings squad needs, as Koleski's shot is saved by Vince. You know, Kirk has been the man for most of the season. You know, Miller had his contract and negotiation issues earlier on in the season, but Miller knows that, you know, you've got a situation where you made trades for Evan Kirk, and you got to wonder, you know, how much longer, especially at Brandon Miller's age, is he going to be part of what Philadelphia offers, as he makes another great save here on Dan Dawson. Ball loose on the turf, picked up by Philadelphia. Here they go with a 2-on-1 break. It's Rannigan. And it's Brody Merrill. Merrill shoots from the outside. Save made by Vince, but the ball picked up by Rannigan. He dumps it over to Ward, alone in the slot. Shot save made by Matt Vince. Again, ball loose. Brody Merrill picks it up, flips over the crease. Ward rotates and shoots. And now he's drilled from behind, that time by Kirk from behind. That's the second time Ryan Ward has gotten drilled from behind by Kirk that time. And tell you what, that's a sign of a good break, though, for Philadelphia. Again, the momentum has been swinging more the Wings' way. The goals just haven't been coming in the bunches that they need in order to take the lead over a team like Rochester. Rochester has been really dominating Philadelphia, as here's a shot and a save, and now Miller gets run in on goal. No goal, crease violation, as everyone gets sent flying that time. So as we pick up the bodies, we need a bucket on aisle 3 to clean it all up. Let's take a break. 3:09 left to go here in the third. 7-4 Knighthawks. This is the NLL on the Lacrosse Network. Welcome back to the Wells Fargo Center. 3:09 left to go here in the third. It's 7-4 Knighthawks, but the momentum right now favoring Philadelphia. Hey fans, don't forget about NLL Radio. It's the best place to get caught up on all the NLL action across the league. Whether you're a fan of the Knighthawks, of the Philadelphia Wings, or any team, go to NLL.com/radio. There's a great array of shows for fans of individual teams, like our show, Wings All Access, where I host that, do interviews with players. We recap, and we've got a little betting as well. And we'll get to that, back to that in just a second, as we're going to get a penalty going up against Rochester. They're actually going to call Stephen Kehoe for goaltender interference. I didn't.
To number 28, Stephen Kehoe. 2 minutes for goaltender interference. Time of that penalty, 11 minutes, 51 seconds, ladies and gentlemen.
So the call goes up very late against Kehoe. We didn't see him go into the box until the end of the media timeout, so it's a power play opportunity for Philadelphia. And as the shot's blocked, ball is saved by Rochester. Long outlet pass, trying to get up across the timeline, and they're able to do that with 6 seconds. Here's a breakaway, however, for Dan Dawson. Moves in, shoots, and scores. Dan Dawson, I tell you what, when you're as big as Dan Dawson, he looked like a linebacker. Threw the shoulder out there, bulldozed the defender, bounces it in for the shorty, making it 8-4. Stephen Hoare, he's more of a transition guy rather than a defenseman, just got caught in the back, lays the shoulder into him, and it's an easy bouncer in to double up the Wings.
Goal scored by number 6, Dan Dawson. The assist, number 88, Cody Jamison. Along with number 26, Mike Kirk. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 18 seconds.
You miss a player like Dan Dawson because of his size. Even last year the Wings had him. He wasn't putting the ball in the net as much. He was being more of a field general. But still, Dan Dawson has turned it up to another level since coming back here as a Nighthawk. And he loves playing Philadelphia as well. He always has. As the Wings still in the power play for another minute 24 to Crowley. Up top to Hall, as the Wings now need this goal to get back to a 3-goal deficit. Back to Crowley. He shoots. That shot tipped away as it goes high and wide. Koleski picks it back up. 12 on the shot clock. Wings have to hurry. Now down to 9. Back to Crowley. Flips it far side to Ross, to the crease. Now back up top with 4-3. That one over and back call will be the case as it goes high into the 6th row. and out of play. 1:03 left to go here in the third. 8-4 Knighthawks as Dan Dawson got his first of the game, a shorty on this power play. But yeah, just to finish up my earlier point, fans, NLL radio, whether you like any certain team, you like the whole league as general, Teddy Jenner's off the crossbar is out there. You can hear the NLL coaches conference calls. That's always entertaining as well. Anything you want, it's on NLL.com/radio or download the TuneIn app, TuneIn, and you can hear all the great action there on your smartphone. Shot clock violation as that one goes wide. Wings bring it back up. Costabile thinks about a run, looking for help off the bench. He bounces it in back of him over to Kyle Buchanan, and Costabile will come back off. Wings getting their offensive set on the field. Ward, Hall, Ross over on the far side. Crowley and Buchanan near side. Go over to Crowley, creeping in, now back to Ward. One-timer attempt to Ross. Save made by Vince. Ross able to control the rebound and a fresh 30 with 1:15 left to go here in the third. To Crowley. Up top to Ward. Ward behind the back flip to Crowley. Moves in, shoots and scores! Kevin Crowley, the hat trick. Puts it up top, gets inside the crease. With seconds left to go on the power play. Might be an even strength goal. Doesn't matter. It's back to a 3-goal game at 8-5.
Scully has the hat trick on the day. Number 21, Kevin Crowley. The assist, number 4, Ryan Ward. Time of that goal, 13 minutes, 52 seconds.
So as we're back to action, this face-off has been fought over about 10 seconds now, finally picked up by the Wings. So Buchanan has it. 50 seconds left to go here in the third. Fires it up top to Merrill, finds room, shoots and scores! Back-to-back goals for Philadelphia, finds a streaking Brody Merrill. He runs through the slot. They somehow don't put a body on him, and with 47.3 left to go in the third, it's a 2-goal game, 8-6. Great vision by Buchanan, finding Brody Merrill streaking. And I tell you what, Brody will never wow you with his shooting ability, but he knows where to place the ball.
Goal scored by the captain, number 17, Brody Merrill. The assist, number 91, Kyle Buchanan, along with number 16, Stephen Hoare. Time of that goal, 14 minutes, 12 seconds.
As Buchanan gets the shot back to live action, ball loose in the corner. Immediately picked up by Hall, but now the ball goes across center field line. Rochester picks it back up, body knocked down, and Hall finally able to pick it back up. We get a reset of the shot clock. Shot clock turned off, so Miller's going to run to the bench. We're going to have an extra attacker for the final 25 to go in the period. Philadelphia holding the last shot. A goal here would make it a 1-goal game. Fans on the Wells Fargo Center back in this one. 6-on-5 for the Wings. Shot clock's turned off. Down to 10. Crowley flips it over far side, up top to Crowley, one-timer over to Ross, into the slot. Here's a shot by Koleski, blocked. Wings pick it back up, 2-1, and Rochester able to scoop the ball away and run it downfield to wind out the third quarter. But a furious rally by the Wings brings the fans of the Wells Fargo Center to their feet after 3 periods of play. The Knighthawks 8, the Philadelphia Wings 6, back for the 4th after this. This is the NLL on the Lacrosse Network. Welcome back to the Wells Fargo Center. We're getting near the 4th quarter time as the Knighthawks clinging to an 8-6 lead over Philadelphia. Hi, everybody. Dave Walls here from the Wells Fargo Center. Hoping you're enjoying this one. It's turned into a pretty good matchup here in the second half as Philadelphia gets a furious rally to claw back to a 2-goal deficit. Reading your tweets here at Dave Walls as we look down here. William Johnny's out there saying you're watching the game, loving it as well as, Darcy Rossmondel, kind of like the photo. She said, I need a soft pretzel. I took a little picture of me eating a pretzel. console out there. Stealth Dragon out there watching. Say, I like my Sunday afternoons watching some good old-fashioned NLL action, catching up on Minnesota later tonight. They're playing as well. I know Stealth Dragon's a big fan of them. William John again watching from Vancouver Island. He's rooting for his Hawks today as we go down. Eric Garnett watching from here in Philadelphia. Alexis is watching. Another Buffalo fan watching, hoping Philadelphia pulls it out and gets a little separation between the Bandits and Rochester. That's okay. I'm glad you're watching as well. Joe Myers out there watching today. As we continue to look down, Jim Elsey is watching out from Vancouver Isle. Appreciate it, Jim. Hoping you're having a good Sunday as well. Nick saying, you're the boy. Well, unfortunately, my driver's license says I'm a little older than a boy, but I appreciate you watching as well. Good friend Amy Champagne of the broadcast, also Claude Faig from up in Canada, enjoying today's game as well. Wherever you are, whether you're watching live on YouTube, I see all you out there. I appreciate that as well. We got a good game here at Wings, down by 2. Face-off underway. Here we go. Wings demolishing the Knighthawks in shots on goal, 39-26, but it's the Knighthawks with a 2-goal lead here early in the 4th. Shot save made by Miller as Kehoe found himself the good beneficiary of a one-timer. And now the Wings run the ball back up to the way. Costabile finds some room. Here's a shot and a score! Fire up the top 10 highlight. Oh, baby. CJ Costabile found Ryan Ward streaking. Caught him in mid-stride. Goes airborne. Tucks it in. We've got a 1-goal game. 32 seconds into the 4th. It's 8-7. Constable found himself on the offensive set that time, got free into the corner, and Ryan Ward was streaking like a bullet up the far side.
For Ryan Ward, the assist number 9, CJ Constable, along with number 5, Michael Manley, timing the goal, 32 seconds.
And for my friend John Barger, the jacket has come off, friends. We mean serious business here as the Wings now making it a 1-goal game, 32 seconds in. It's now 8-7. Knighthawks reeling a little bit here on that shorthanded goal by Dan Dawson, proving to be the winner right now so far. Jamison finds room, shoots and scores. Right back the other way. Jamison was able to do a nice spin move on the far side and create some room, and it's back to a 2-goal advantage, 9-7. Take a look at this one as Jamison's going to roll. And he takes off just behind the crease. Oh, he was just able to beat Stephen Hoare. He got trapped out there on defense that time.
Rochester goal scored by number 88, Cody Jamison. The assist, number 93, Johnny Paulus, along with number 5, Scott Self. Time of the goal, 1 minute, 2 seconds.
So 30 seconds after Ward scores, Rochester gets the equalizer, and Philadelphia able to win the faceoff. Ball loose in the corner, however, as it goes over Merrill's head. Merrill, however, does pick it up. No, he doesn't. Ball still loose on the turf. Being fought for now, finally picked up. Buchanan down there banging it out with Ian Lord. And Rochester looking for a way to get the ball upfield. They're going to have to hurry. 7 and just get it across the timeline. Mike Hazen on the bench signaling everybody, calm it down, boys, calm it down, trying to calm this game down. Rochester doesn't like the fast game as well. They want to be able to control the tempo of the game, and they're trying to do so here. A minute 40 into the 4th quarter, 9-7 Knighthawks. Behind the back, flip the point, shoots, stick save made by Miller. Point perfectly executed, give and go that time, and Miller's stick in the right position there. So the Wings break back upfield with Michael Deal. Deal in transition now, dumps it off to Pat Saunders. Quiet day for Pat so far, but draws the double team up top to Ross. Ross goes far side now, 15 on the shot clock. Holding is Koluski. He moves, now throws it over, nearly over Ross's stick with 10 on the shot clock. Ross up top to Saunders, moves inside. Shot through a screen, goes off the knee of Vince and over to the board, so the Wings get a fresh 30-second shot clock. Kevin Ross and Saunders on the near side. Saunders looking for a screen. He gets it, but unable to connect, so he flips over to Crowley. Crowley with the hat trick. 15 on the clock, up top to Ward. To Ross. Moving. Now he rolls inside. Unable to find room. Up top to Saunders. Little dodge there. Moves inside. Just shoots it wide. Controlled by the Wings. 5 on the shot clock to Ross. Going to have to hurry. 3, 2, 1. Here's a shot into the chest of Vince, and Rochester makes the save. Ross had no choice that time but to shoot it as the shot clock winding down just with 2 seconds left there. Made the best he could out of it, but Vince was equal to the challenge as Vince now 22 saves on the day for the Knighthawks goaltender. Stephen Kehoe draws a one-on-one assignment. Had some traffic in front of him, unable to find room, though. Now back to Kehoe. Ball, however, tipped away by the Wings defense. Good job that time by the back five, and they're able to get the ball to Miller, and now it's brought up by Rannigan. Rannigan finds a man breaking off the bench in Ward. However, the pass unable to control. Vince comes out of his net to check the back trailing Buchanan. Now Rochester will take advantage of the turnover and bring the ball right back up again. 11:30 left to go here in regulation. Nighthawks 9, Wings 7. The Wings in the middle of a 5-game losing streak. Have already lost the season series at Rochester. It's a beautiful save made by Brandon Miller. Johnny Palace found himself right at the doorstep. Wings 3-on-2 if they hurry. Costabile lays out a screen as Brody Merrill thought about a run down low, but now he'll hold the ball, look for some help off the bench. He gets it. Jordan Hall's out there. Back over to Ward. 13 on the shot clock, 11 minutes left. Hall, the one-timer, is blocked, never gets through. Picks it up, though. 9 on the shot clock, 8. Hall thinks about going in back in the net. He does. He dragged down a check from behind. Fans screaming for a call. They don't get it. The official's right there and signals no. And now the shot clock violations is called on Philadelphia. So as the ball's rolling away, both teams will get a chance and change their lines. 10:49 left to go here in the fourth. Ball's brought in by Kehoe. They've got their offensive set out there. Dawson, Kehoe, Palace, Jameson. I believe Walters is the number 5 out there. He is over in the far corner. Dawson has it, draws the one-on-one. Looks for room, makes a nice swim move now. It comes back around. 15 on the shot clock. One-timer to Jameson. Bounces wide. Controlled by Dawson. Still 10 seconds on the shot clock. Dawson's going to hold again. Working one-on-one against Deal. Fires from outside. Save made by Miller, and Deal will pick up the loose rebound. Good job by the youngster and Michael Deal from Rutgers, able to shut down Dan Dawson that time. Really, Dawson tried to throw a couple moves on him and create some space. It's what he does very well. That time, Deal was able to stay with him. 10 minutes to go here in the fourth as Ross finds a man, Buchanan, in back of the bench. Koluski out of position, rotates around. 10 on the shot clock. Up top to Ward. He shoots high and outside. Controlled, however, by Koluski. Rotating around behind the back flip. And here's a shot. Oh, it goes off the post. Fans thought Vincent knocked the net off the line. The right post, though, actually stayed on the line, so a good call by the official. Tell you what, the net had just moved slightly. The ball still hit the post and bounced out. I'm not sure that the net position would have made any difference there. So a break goes Rochester's way as Vince got beat, but it bounces out. Remains a 2-goal game. Immediate timeout coming at the next break. Shot from the outside, and it scores! That time, Joe Walters goes low and somehow sneaks through the 5-hole. Miller shakes his head. He knows he should have had that one, and the Nighthawks enter double digits, 10-7. Take a look here at the replay. Walters just finds a little room. This time goes sidearm, and it just squeaks through. Miller thought he had it covered pretty well that time.
1, Joe Walters. The assist, number 88, Cody Jameson. Time of that goal, 5 minutes, 32 seconds.
Second goal of the game for Walters. It'll be Jameson's 5th assist. That puts it up to 10-7. Loose ball on the turf, picked up by Matt Vince. And again, it's Rochester who's got a little bit of momentum back, and now they're controlling the tempo here. Again, stoppage play for the media timeout coming at the next break. Over to Point. Point shoots high and outside. That'll be an over and back violation. And with that, we should get a media timeout, and we will. 9 minutes exactly left to go here in the fourth. The Nighthawks 10, the Wings 7. This is the NLL on the Lacrosse Network. Welcome back to the Wells Fargo Center, everybody. 9 minutes exactly left on the clock. The Nighthawks 10, the Wings 7. Dave Walls here from the Wells Fargo Center as the Wings outscored Rochester in the third 4-3, and then they came out with the early tally 32 seconds into the fourth to make it a one-goal game. It's been Rochester, however, that slowed it down in the 4 minutes that followed with goals by Jameson and the second of the day by Joe Walters. That gives us the 10-7 matchup where we are at right now. Unofficially, Matt Vince has 35 saves on that. I think it's 36, but we'll get you the official tally, of course, after the game. And then Brandon Miller has done a pretty good job coming in for Philadelphia. So far, unofficially, he has 14 saves on the day. So here we go. Ball's brought back into play. It's Philadelphia ball, down by 3 and under 9 minutes to go. Ward throws it over far side. Koleski rolling. Here's a shot. A little bit of a shoulder shrug save by Matt Vince. That ball will go down low and out of play. It's going to remain Philadelphia ball with a fresh 30. Saunders has it. Crowley wasn't looking for it, and it's a turnover. The pass went right to Kevin Crowley. He wasn't looking for the ball, and it's a turnover for Philadelphia. Crowley's head got caught in the clouds that time, and now Rochester comes back the other way. Dan Dawson with the ball, directing traffic, now throwing it over far side. Clock and the scoreboard in their favor right now, under 8:20 to go here in the fourth. Working one-on-one is Jameson into the slot, rolling, however, stick checked away with 4-3. They're just going to have to dump that ball low. And Point actually able to get it. The ball goes in, and to score. Now, hold on a second. I heard the shot clock clearly go off before Point puts it in that time. The goal is up on the board, 11-7. Let's take a look at the replay here. As I heard the siren go off first. I'll be because the first shot is blocked and then it goes in. Okay, so it is a score. That's my fault, everybody.
Number 9, Craig Point. The assist, number 88, Cody Jameson. Along with number 6, Dan Dawson. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 53 seconds.
I'd actually love to see a shot that had Point's first shot and the shot clock in it, because certainly looked like the first shot did not get off before the shot clock had expired. Evan Kirk's going to come back into the game and net for Philadelphia, back to a 4-goal advantage. That's one of those calls where, again, you're going to have to see a shot that has the shot clock and is going to have the shot in it as well. Judgment call by the official. Nothing you can do about that one, folks. 11-7 is your score. 8 minutes left to go here in the fourth. Kirk back in net for Philadelphia. Now going to have to throw everything but the kitchen sink at Vince, and hopefully some of it goes in as Ross has the ball. Throws it over far side. Looking for a screen and some help as Koleski has Self in front of him. Koleski rolling. Now picks up Evans. Far side to Ross. That ball tipped away. Goes off a Rochester player, but they're going to say over and back as the official didn't see the tip. Crowley picks it up, and with 7:37, it's going to be a Rochester ball here. So the Wings, this continues. They'll have dropped 6 straight, moved down to 3-9. And again, with Toronto in the slump that they're in, it's very rare that a team can go 3-8, 3-9 and still have a chance in the playoffs, but that's exactly what we've got here in the Eastern Division. Good move that time by Walters. Holding the ball now, just killing some time here as Rochester just more than happy to take out some of this clock. Walters holds it. Now finds room, moves. Shot goes high and wide, however, and it's going to be picked up by Brody Merrill. The Wings going to have to run now. Brody Merrill brings it across, looking for help. Ward comes off the bench as the line changes in place. Saunders holding it with 12 on the shot clock. Saunders behind the back flip that time. Here's a shot by Hall. Misses the target. This one goes low in on Vince, and he makes the save. Koleski and Ian Lord fight, scrapping it out down there on the low side again. But Kehoe brings the ball up and across, and the clock now winding down. 6.5 to go here in the fourth. Rochester, again, cruising towards another weekend sweep and a season series sweep against the Wings. Jameson rolling, has some room on the side. Now fires overhand off the post. Philadelphia is going to give a run for it because there will be no over and back call. Vince picks it up, and he'll get the long outlet pass up and ahead for Mac Allen. Mac Allen returned to the team after serving a 1-game suspension. Dan Dawson holds it as the clock winds down. Close to 6 minutes left to go in regulation. The Wings down by 4 and need some help. Pass, shot, save made by Miller. Actually, Kirk never gets a stick on it, I should say. Ball goes up into the net. But now a turnover as Rochester picks the ball right back up. And I tell you what, for the Wings, when things are running good, they're running good. When they're not, boy, you've seen it here as well, as it's just been tale of almost two different types of teams. Tries to work the give and go over to Palace, can't find room, so goes over to Dawson with 5.5 left to go in regulation. Dawson holding into the slot. Here's a shot save made by Kirk. Gets the stick on it, picks it up, and heads it back over to John Rannigan and up top to Merrill. Shot from the outside save. Buchanan picks it up, however loses it. Buchanan was right on the doorstep, and I don't understand why he wouldn't throw it back into net in that case, but whatever the case, he loses control of the ball. And again, another quick shot and out. Media timeout coming at the next break as we're under 5 minutes left to go here in regulation with the Knighthawks enjoying a 4-goal lead right now. This 3-goal run that they've been on here in the fourth. Here's a shot save made by Kirk as Jameson attempted the crease dive. Wiedmeyer gets double teamed into the corner, loses control of the ball as Kehoe is able to knock it out for Rochester. And now it's going to be a turnover again as that aggressive forechecking from Rochester is able to do it as Jameson's able to get it, and he'll come off for this offensive series. The clock of the Wings season winding down at this point with 4.5 to go here in regulation. Behind the back flip by Kehoe, picked up by Sweeney, and now the Wings will run it upfield. Sweeney trying to push the action. Wings need a bunch of goals in a hurry. Up top to Saunders, extra attacker, 6-on-5 as already 4 minutes left to go. They're going for the extra attacker. Can't say I blame Blaine Harrison and company as they just seem to make it happen here. Hall shoots it in, goes wide, and Wings unable to control. Actually, Kirk was still on the field, so he just bats the ball down as he was coming back out in the field. And now they shoot long distance one, and shot clock violation would have come anyway. .342 left to go here, and Rochester again stretching the game out, not giving the Wings any opportunities here to claw back into this one. Down, Wings down by 4. We'll give you an update on what else is going on around the league here in Week 12, get you updated on the standings as well as point runs in. Here's a shot, right arm saved by Kirk, stick knocked loose, and now the Wings will run it upfield. Stephen Hoare has it. And again, we'll go extra attacker for the Wings, 6-on-5 as Kirk comes over to the bench. Saunders holding it, now flips it over to Koluski as we approach 3 minutes to go in regulation. To Jordan Hall, now back up top to shot by Crowley, goes just a little bit high, ball in back of the net, unable to be controlled. Koluski picks it up momentarily. He's got a triple team on him. Paul Dawson out there as well. And now the shot clock expires, and with that comes a media timeout. 2:52 left to go here in regulation, and Rochester fighting it over in the corner. They're enjoying a 4-goal lead, 11-7. This is the NLL on the Lacrosse Network. Welcome back to the Wells Fargo Center. 2:52 left to go in regulation. 11-7 is your score. Hi, everybody. Dave Walls here at the Wells Fargo Center. Reading your tweets one final time here at Dave Walls. Dominicana saying, any chance I can buy Dave Walls a drink? He sure sounds like he could use one. Well, I tell you what, already got one. Thank you. If you want to meet me at the bar afterwards, then I'll take you up on that. But I appreciate that. Grant Pierce out there watching, it says it's a tale of two teams right now. Well, I certainly agree. And the Wings have kind of shown both sides. They get hot on runs, and then they go dead cold. We've all seen it here. Grant's also watching. I see he's got the laptop out. He's got hooked up in the Apple TV. That's the way to go when you're watching the Lacrosse Network on YouTube as well. As we go down your tweets. Also, thanks again to Rose Creeder, who's somewhere around here tweeting me. I appreciate that. 2:50 left to go here in regulation as the Knighthawks have the ball up by 4. Again, everybody, stick around post-game. We'll give you a quick update on what else is going around the league. One other game taking place tonight. That game should be starting here in the next few minutes. It's Toronto and Minnesota. Dawson finds himself alone in the crease. A shrug save made by Kirk. However, Rochester again picks up the loose ball. And again, with the clock winding down, this all but does it for the Wings in today's game. It'll be Philadelphia's 6th straight loss, moving them to 3-9. And again, you get opportunities to claw your way back into the playoff talk, and Philadelphia is just unable to string 60 full minutes of a game. And we've talked about it all season long as the ball comes loose, and Philadelphia will take the turnover. Brett Manny running it up for Philadelphia. Let's see what kind of urgency the Wings come out here with 2 minutes, see if they try to throw it together here as Kirk back on the bench. Now, in this case, you can't really take full 30 seconds because you're under 2 minutes here. Let's see how fast Philadelphia can execute here as Ward has the ball. Far side to Saunders with room, shoots. Oh, Vince was just out of position, had to roll his body back in order to make the save. Rochester holding. They had to throw the ball up in order to get across the timeline. However, they're able to find it to Jamison with 90 seconds left to go. The party beginning on the Rochester bench right now. We'll again run you through their schedule here as well for all you Rochester fans out there watching. We certainly appreciate that as well. It'll be Rochester's as they shoot as a save made by Kirk. Rochester will have now won 12 out of the last 13 matchups against the Philadelphia Wings. Kirk again coming to the bench as we approach 1 minute left to go in regulation. Ball checked out of the stick of C.J. Costabile, and now Brad Self picks it back up for Rochester, and they are able to get it over to Self. So at the beginning of the fourth quarter, a one-goal game, but Rochester, they showed why they're the two-time defending champions. They, again, know what it takes to take control of a game, and they know just what to do. They don't necessarily blow teams out in fancy fashion. If they get the opportunity, they know how to do it. But they know if they're going to need 10, 12, if it's going to be like a 7-6 game. This team can win all kinds of games, and again, they're showing it here today, putting it on the Wings in the fourth quarter. So we have a whistle as the save is made by Vince. 3 stars of the game coming up afterwards as well as Kirk runs back with 25 left on the clock. Shot clock and game clock virtually even. I'd be surprised to see Rochester shoot it here as they're just going to hold it right now up against the far side board. So again, 6 straight losses now for the Wings and for the Knighthawks. It's another weekend sweep and a season series sweep against these Philadelphia Wings as the clock moves down to 5 seconds. 4, 3, ball dumped into the corner, picked up by Kirk, and that will do it as the final score is the Knighthawks 11 and the Philadelphia Wings 7. We'll take a 60-second timeout when we come back. Post-game wrap-up. This is the NLL on the Lacrosse Network. Welcome back to the Wells Fargo Center one final time, everyone, as the Knighthawks have won over the Philadelphia Wings by a final score of 11-7. Hi, everybody. Dave Walls here. Hope you've enjoyed this one on the Lacrosse Network. It was certainly a back-and-forth action for most of the game here as Rochester got off to that hot 4-0 start, scoring 4 goals, 4 shots, knocking Evan Kirk right out of the game. Brandon Miller came into the game and did very well in keeping Philadelphia in it for a majority of the game. In fact, Philadelphia was able to rally back, make it a 1-goal game at 8-7 with 30 seconds gone into the fourth. However, as we just mentioned, Rochester knows what it takes to win a game, and sometimes that veteran presence is exactly what a team needs. They know what it takes to buckle down and to be able to stretch out a game. And you saw the confidence out there that the Rochester Knighthawks have. Even when the Wings were rallying and the crowd was getting back into it here at the Wells Fargo Center, you could see the players kind of look at each other and nod. They knew that what they had to do to win this game, and they did it again today over the Philadelphia Wings. Let's take a quick look so far. Well, first, let's go ahead and go to the camera as here's your 3 stars of the game. It should be Craig Point. We do apologize for the typo here. Oh, well, I guess somebody didn't get the memo, but it is Craig Point is your first star of the game. We'll run through all the stats. Dan Dawson gets number 2, and Matt Vince gets a third star of the game as well. So all Knighthawks on the board as we take a look at the score sheet for today's game. Again, your final score 11-7. Leading scorer for the Rochester Knighthawks, Craig Point, 4 goals, 1 assist on the game. Dan Dawson, 5 points for him. He gets the hat trick, 3 and 2. Joe Walters, 2 goals. Also a goal in there by Cody Jamieson. He had 6 points, 1 and 5. Assists also tallied by Stephen Keogh with 3, Kirk with 1, Johnny Pallas with 1, and Scott Self with 1 assist as well. Leading goal scorer for the Philadelphia Wings, Kevin Crowley. He has the hat trick. Jordan Hall, 2 goals as well, both of them coming in the first half. Ryan Ward, 3 points, 1 goal and 2 assists. Also assists tallied by Costabile, Saunders, Stephen Hoare out there, as well as Wiedmeyer and Koluski, Colin Buchanan with 2 assists as well. Matt Vince gets the win, 41 saves. I tell you what, Matt Vince, a lot of times his defense does the work for him. You'll see games where the opposition will get 40, 50 shots in a game, but Vince only faces 25, 26 shots. Today was not the case. Vince saw a lot of shots, and Vince was able to control a lot of those shots. He did a very nice job in this one. 41 saves, again, for Matt Vince. For Philadelphia, bit of an up and down situation. Evan Kirk got off to the very slow start. He actually comes back in. They kind of rotate in and out a little bit in the third, and Kirk comes in, gets 17 saves total, and he will probably end up taking the loss in this one. Brandon Miller came in relief and did a very good job. He let in, I think, only 1 soft goal. He got Walter's second goal, was a low one from outside that I think he probably should have had. But 13 saves for Brandon Miller, and now it's going to be interesting to see for the rest of the season if they go back to Kirk, if they give Miller another opportunity to establish himself as the starter. We'll just have to wait and see. The one bright spot for the Wings today is the face-off battle. Philadelphia dominating the face-off circle in this game, going 73% to the 27% of the Rochester Knighthawks. One more game in the NLL today, and that is Toronto at Minnesota. That game is just underway. Let's see if we can get you a scoring update very, very quickly here. And as we look at that, well, the game's not refreshing, so I guess that means there's no score. But if you're watching this later on, it doesn't really matter anyway. So score is 0-0. Again, Toronto facing Minnesota. Minnesota still in back of the Wings right now, entering today's game with a record of 2-8. And yes, as we get an update, they're a couple minutes in over in Minnesota, and we've yet to see any scoring action there as well. Philadelphia Wings back in action this upcoming Saturday night. Bark at the Bowl night. You can bring your dog to the game. Make sure to get your tickets and info at wingslax.com. That will do us for here in the broadcast booth. It remains me to thank John Barger, best producer in the world, and also to Doug Fritz and George Daniel, everybody at the National Lacrosse League office. My name is Dave Walls, saying thank you so much for watching today's game. Your final score 11-7. The Rochester Knighthawks sweep the season series against the Wings, and they take this weekend matchup. For everybody here at the Wells Fargo Center, Dave Walls saying good night and thanks so much for watching. This is the NLL on the Lacrosse Network.